Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mark Roden, and in today's video we are going to be doing part 5, I believe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the $1,000 to $25,000 budget range price cheap top 10 sports cars videos that we do at the end of every year. We do this every year, like I just said, I repeated myself, but we do this every year. Oh my god, I'm saying it again. Because it helps you guys choose what cars you want to buy. That's why I do it, all right? And at every one of these videos are going to be no duplicates, by the way. So we start at 25K, then we do 20, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 9 is today, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and $1,000. And in every one of those videos, there is not a single duplicate from any of the other videos. Also, guys, before we get into it, if you watch my old videos and you know that usually what I do is I include a clip of a cinematic car shot, like a cool car doing its cool thing. And then after the engine part, after I talk about the engine, I include a clip of that car doing whatever it is it does best. You know, maybe a POV driving, racing, drifting, whatever. But today I want to try something different, and I want to do 2 cinematic videos. So let me know if you guys like that better or worse. Also, song of the day is a song by a man named 070 Shake, and it's called Morrow. It's very, I don't even know like the type of genre you would put it in, like R&B, I guess. But it's really good. It makes you feel only listen to it at night. If it's like a nice summer day where you are, well, it's not summer, but if it's a nice like warm day where you are, do not listen to the song. It will not hit you the correct way. But if you're like driving alone at night and it's a rainy, snowy, whatever day, listen to the song, man. It hits you in the feels. It's a good song. Without further ado, let's get right into the list with number 10. Coming into the number 10 spot is going to the 2nd generation Audi TT. Yes, these are cool. All right, people are always like, hey man, I don't really like the Audi TT, partner. I don't think it's that cool. I think it's pretty boring. Well, to that I say, you know what, partner? First of all, we're not even partners, okay? I'm not in a relationship with you. And second of all, you're wrong. They're freaking cool cars, okay? This thing is sick. It comes with a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4, making 200 horsepower flat, and it is normally front-wheel drive, but you can find them as all-wheel drive as well. They're very lightweight compared to like normal Audi sports cars, which is pretty cool. It's like the BMW Z3 or Z4 of Audi, right? It's just like a small coupe car that is pretty good for handling and stuff like that, but admittedly not better than like an A4 or S4 for like daily driving and stuff. So it's a payoff, but there's also a little bit of a sacrifice. Coming into the number 9 spot is going to the Mitsubishi Galant VR4 1st generation. Spoiler alert, I could not find 2 cool videos of a 1st gen Galant on YouTube anywhere. So the second video is going to be of a 2nd gen Galant, but that is not the one we're talking about. We're talking about the 1st gen. And yes, you can find a Galant VR4 under $9,000 still. I know it probably is unbelievable to you, but I found a couple, which is crazy. They come with a 2-liter turbocharged inline-4, making 220 horsepower, and it is all-wheel drive. That motor is incredible. It is one of the better motors Mitsubishi ever made for building some horsey powers out of there. Also, if you ever wanted an Evo, but you were like, oh no, I obviously don't have $5 million to spend on one car, then don't worry. You can just buy a Galant VR4 and get a Pocket Evo. These things are what started the Evo. If it wasn't for the Galant VR4, then Subaru never would have made the Impreza, and then Evo or Impreza WRX STI, and then Mitsubishi never would have made Lancer Evolution, so this car's just a legend. Coming in at the number 8 spot is a car I talk about a lot on this channel, and that's because it's just that good, man. The Porsche 944. Is it one of the worst options of Porsche models ever built? Yes, it is obviously one of the bad boys of the bunch. Not a lot of people like them. Right next to like the Boxster. Okay, the 944 and the Boxster are both equally pretty bad, but it's still a Porsche, so it's still really good. It comes with a 2.5-liter inline-4, making 247 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive. As we're going to soon see, 287 horsepower is pretty damn good for this list. Not a lot of cars are making upwards of that for under $9,000 anymore. People are obviously raising the prices of their cars like crazy, and so the 944 is one of those options where it handles well. It's good in power. It has a really pretty cool looks to it. It looks decent at least. It still has 4 seats, I'm pretty damn sure too, which is sick. It has trunk space. It's just an all-around good car. Coming into the number 7 spot is a car that's so underrated that even I forget about it all the time. The Pontiac Solstice. The Pontiac Solstice may be every 70-year-old's wet dream, but that doesn't mean that you can't own it, friend, and make it cool. Okay, there are people out there called creators, and they make things that not a lot of other people make. Or trendsetters was a better word I should have used there, but I didn't because I'm an idiot. But yeah, you could be a trendsetter, bro. Be the first one to build the Solstice. then you'll be put on the map. It comes with a 2.4 liter inline 4, making 177 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive. Admittedly, the car's motor is not the best. It's not going to make you any crazy horsepower gains or anything like that. It's not a tuner's dream. It's not like a race car or anything like that either. It does handle well just because it is pretty light, but everything else about the car is not the best. But it's just a unique, convertible, good-looking little sports car. Coming into the number 6 spot, however, is going to the Dodge Charger SRT8. Now, when I say SRT8, that is technically the second or third generation of the Charger. So pretty much the two Chargers that you're thinking of right now are not the ones that we're talking about right now. It's the ones in the middle, the 2 generations in the middle that everybody forgot about once the new gen came out. This one comes with a 5.7 liter V8, making 368 horsepower, and it is rear wheel drive. That's bonkers. That is absolutely bonkers, man. These cars are very good if you care about straight line performance. Now, obviously, if you're a type of guy that is a track-oriented type of dude or canyon carving type of guy, this is the opposite of what you want to buy. It is a heavy car, no manual transmission, pretty much no suspension whatsoever. You might as well put rocks there instead of struts. It is just not the best car for handling. Do not buy this if that's your forte. But if you like straight line speed and you want a muscle car that's really good on a budget, here you go. Coming in at the number 5 spot, only 5 left to go, is one of my favorite freaking, oh my god, I love these cars, but I can't, I have to be unbiased, so it's only here at the number 5 spot. The BMW 635 CSI E24. This thing is stupidly underrated. Stupidly underrated. Like, it should be a crime for how underrated this car is. They come with a 3 liter inline 6, making 282 horsepower in its rear wheel drive. 282 horsepower in the 80s. And you can find it under 9K. And it's a BMW, and it has a shark nose on the front. And Steve from Stranger Things drives one. No, he doesn't actually drive the 635 CSI because his is a sedan, so I don't know what his is. But still, he drives one of these E24s. It's so awesome. It may not be the best for making power. It may not be the best for, it's not the most reliable. It's not the most comfortable on this list. It's blah, blah, blah. I don't care. It's a shark nose BMW. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. I apologize. But number 4 is the Audi A5 8T. This is also the B8 A4, but in a coupe version. Pretty much exactly the same car as the B8 A4. But the reason why I put the A5 here is because it looks cool, okay? It looks a little bit better than the A4 B8, and on top of that, maybe the S4 B8 might be coming in a couple of videos, I don't know. But either way, this car comes with a 3.2 liter V6, making 250 horsepower, and it's all-wheel drive. They also come with a turbocharged motor, which is better for making power, however, it has less power out of the gate, so you kind of have a little bit of a trade-off there. Would you rather have more power out of the gate? Get the V6. Would you rather have a better tuning motor? Get the turbo inline 4. But either way, both options are really good. Both options are pretty reliable. Both options don't really change much on the car in terms of their performance. And they're just all around a really good looking car. Now, they don't have the most space or anything like that, so I wouldn't say they're the most practical car on this list, but it's a freaking sports car list, buddy. I included the Porsche 944. I'm not talking about practicality. Coming in at 3rd place, this is weird because I'm filming all these videos in the same day to get them all lined up right now. In every one of my videos, I've mentioned this car. It's the Subaru WRX Stink Eye. I don't know why, but this car has been in a lot of videos recently. These cars are very underrated in my opinion. The fact that you can find them under 9K is pretty damn mind-blowing to me. I actually included that in my video of the JDM cars that you didn't know you could find for this cheap. It comes with a 2.5 liter turbocharged flat 4, making 265 horsepower, and it's all-wheel drive. I think the reason why most people don't talk about the Stink Eye is people don't really like the Stink Eye, and when they do talk about the Stink Eye, they like the hatchback version better, which makes sense. I mean, the hatchback Stink Eye is a really good-looking car, but even the sedan is still, in my opinion, a really beautiful car. It is definitely have like a bit of a bulky, looks like it got stung by a bee on the rear end of it, but besides that, it's a really good looking car, and on top of that, it's obviously just an amazing little Subaru rally car. Coming in at 2nd place is a car I talk about so much that at this point I think CarMax owes me one or something. It's the Infiniti G37 Coupe. These, I love them. I want one pretty badly, but I don't want to buy one for my next car because I already have a VQ, so I don't really want to, have 2 VQs. I want to experience something new, try something new. But I do love the G37 Coupes so freaking much. The reason why is because they come with a 3.7 liter V6 that makes 330 horsepower, and it's rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I love when companies do that. I have talked about that in my videos before in the past. I love when companies give you the chance, or the choice, I should say, to buy a rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. They don't restrict you to just one, and Infiniti did that with the G37 Coupe. The interior is obviously not the best. It's a Japanese car. They never have the best interior. It's definitely outdated at this point, but everything else about the car is just so cool, man, that I do not care if the interior is that great. It is just a pocket 370Z, and I like that. Honorable mention time, because in every one of these videos I'm going to go over one honorable mention, and it's always going to be a truck. That way I can include a truck in my video. However, I don't have to take up one of the sports car spots and make people angry. So the honorable mention is the Dodge Ram 1500 third generation. I admittedly don't know much about this truck at all. I really just kind of needed to include a truck on this list for under 9K, and this is the one I found on Facebook Marketplace for under 9K relatively usually, and so I included it here. It does come with a 5.7 liter V8 making 390 horsepower, however, and it is obviously a 4x4, and it's a Dodge Ram truck. If I had to guess, I would be willing to wager that it's a very reliable truck. It's going to get the job done. Coming in at first place, however, is going to the BMW 335i E9X. I say X there because I like XXX Tentacion. No, I'm just kidding. I do like him, though. He's a good guy. Rest in peace. But I'll put the X there because I'm insinuating that it doesn't matter which one you get. They're all pretty much exactly the same. E90, E91, E92, E93, all the same car. Whichever one you choose, go for it. I would choose E92 just because I like it the best, but that's up to you. It comes with a 3-liter twin turbocharged inline 6, making 300 horsepower, and it is rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. Don't even get me started on how much I like when companies do that. And BMW has just always kind of been a brand that I really enjoy, and the fact that this car is still under $9,000 makes me very happy. It's just a good option. Like, there's no real reason to like hate on this car. Now there is one big one actually, the N54. The N54 is both a blessing and a curse. It's an incredible motor, definitely the best motor on this entire list for building power out of, easily, without a doubt. But it also comes with the downside of being incredibly unreliable once you do start to build it. So it's a bit of a scary payoff, but you gotta kind of make that decision yourself. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of today's video of the top 10 best sports cars for less than $9,000. This is part 5 to that multi-part series that we got going on again. So, you know, next week we'll be doing part 8. The week after that, part 7, part 6, part 5, part 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to be done, obviously. I think we should be done just in time for the end of this year, which if that's the case, I freaking nailed it with the timing. I'm super happy with that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see in the comment section down below. And and let me know if you guys like the whole, two cinematic cars part. If you like that better, let me know, my friend, because I would like to know if you'd rather see 2 cinematics or 1 cinematic and then 1 POV, racing, drifting, whatever type of video as well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Das Vidania, and have a nice night.